שייך לסוף הדרוש זוהר תזריע תנא min Butzina Dekardunisa Nafkin. This has to do with the end of the Mamar in Zohar Tazria that we learn about the dark candle that from it comes and things and so forth. Kitzur, this is a kitzur of Osheim Stama. Inyan Mayim Tohorim, the concept of pure waters, Shinimshachim Yisod Arich Ampin, that are drawn from Yisod of Arich, V'hu al derech v'rav tuv v'veis Yisrael, and this is like the concept of much good to the house of Israel. V'nikra tohorim al derech l'taher eschem, and so that's we're talking about Mayim Tohorim. So they're called Tohorim because of the concept of to purify you. They got Yom Kippurim, by Yom Kippur, that's coming also from Keser, from Arich, Chanim Shachim Kodesh HaKadashim, it's coming from the Holy of Holies. Zeu Inyan Kireach Hu Tahor, and is the concept of it's shaved and it's pure and so forth by the Mitzorah. We can also say with the concept of that it's shaved. So perhaps it's referring to the concept of first it's talking about maybe Golgalta. Anyway, so it says Kireachus Sovetevos Tzadik Atama Yifrach Kireach Hu Tahor Hu. I'm not sure how that works. Tzadik, the end of the letters Tzadik is Kuf, Ketamar is Reish, Yifrach is Ches, so that's Tzadik Ketamar Yifrach Kireach. Ki Mashehu Kireach Velot Samchu Asairos, because anything that's shaved and doesn't have hairs, it's coming from strictnesses, and then time to come, the strictnesses will be elevated, the gvuros will be elevated. And this is the concept of the world of Tokish, when it's elevated from the breaking of the vessels, that's higher than the world of Tikkun, like the concept of the face of the lion in comparison to the face of the ox. And therefore you'll have the revelation of the whiteness of the skull, so to speak, which is higher than hairs. So the hairs are a concept of Tzimtzum, the Golgalta is a concept of Keser, of Arich, and so forth. And like the concept of how Hashem will shine his countenance, that's the tikkun of emes, of the trein tapuchin belachaim belchoyim, of the apples of the cheeks. Without hair, small, you have the hair on the right side higher than the hair on the left side. The concept of the mitzvahs are very wide. There's also a concept of the negative commandments that are connected with the hairs of Zerampin, that from that you have a revelation of something that's beyond the hairs, beyond the concept of that is the hairs on his head were like white wool. In Daniel, like it's brought in the Mamar, placed me as a seal. V'hine b'sefer Megalei Amukos Oven Kufayin Beis Kasav. Megalei Amukos, it says she'arich anpin nekra ish. Arich anpin is called a man. B'sod v'ish kis yimarit rosho. But the concept of when a man pulls the hair out of his head, he made marat roshetevos marav tuv charikan l'shono, because to pull out the hair is the roshetevos of how good How great is your goodness? So that's a concept of Marav Tuvcha Zarichan Pin. The king cuts of Sham Sof Ofin Kufa in Aleph. So too it says over there, also in the Megala Amukos V'zeu al derech mashkasu b'meori or Aleph Sif Ein Beis V'zeu Shono, and this is what he says in the Meori or Kam Ish Klolot Kimlu Shonos. Ish also in general corresponds with the three first spheros, Aleph Keser, Yud Chachma, Shin Binad Kan Lashono. The Aleph corresponds with Keser, the Yud is of course Chachma, and the Shin corresponds with Bina. Gumat Tikuni Zohar Tikun Mem Tes Taf Pei Ches Amud Beis, and this comes from the Tikuni Zohar. Tikun Mem Tes. V'Ainyan Muvan, and the concept is understood. Gamkin Al Pi Mashikos of Orech Tzadikim Kor Noga Chulu, with the concept of that the path of Tzadikim is like a light of the morning star and so forth, or the light of the shining light. Perish Idrarabba Daf Kuf Kaf Tes Amud Aleph Shuchad Or Chashu Bepalgusa decided that the Idrarabba in the Zohar Kodesh says that this refers to the Orach Tzadikim is this one path that's in the middle of the hairs, as the hairs and you part your hairs. So you have this whiteness, this white path that corresponds with the Tikkunim Milyonim, the path of the Tzadikim. That's the concept of a place devoid of hairs, and that's called the middle pillar, Shabo Meir Tiferes Yisod Atik, which shines the Tiferes and the Yisod of Atik. So the concept of that within the different Simsumim, so the Kavem Tzoi, Skalos Keser, is revealed without hairs. So this revelation is higher than hairs. Motion is bor b'biur pasuk simin kachosam, like it's brought in the explanation in the Mamar. Place me as a seal. Paragimel al pasuk Mamar azal kol oshin gvil mugafla madvaru chosep sula, where it explains the idea that any letter that doesn't have parchment all around it, from on all four sides, it's possible. Because the concept of the letters are the hairs, and the parchment that surrounds it is the concept that's beyond the letters. And the different mochin that comes from them and so forth. Maybe the mochin that comes from the osios, or the mochin that comes from the gvil, that's the l'mayla mea osios. Now this concept that's drawn through the hairs and the contractions, that's the source of the revelation in the Garden of Eden, that its source is from wisdom, which is the concept of the divinity that fills creation, the Parshas Tzitzis, like it's brought in that Mamar of Talmidei Chachamim, Yagile Mebechina Soviv Kol Almin, Shelamayla Me'achachma, B'tchias Hamesim, B'tchias Hamesim Yagile Mebechina Soviv Kol Almin, Shelamayla Me'achachma. But in the revival of the dead, revelation will be from the encompassing divinity that's higher than Chachma, of the Syros, of the hairs. Vain mi zegam ken be Igeres HaKodesh Siman Yud Zayin Dibor Matzchil Noda de B'Sirus L'Sato. Look also in Tanya Kaddish in Igeres HaKodesh, when it talks about, it's known that with the arousal from below, B'Pirish V'Rechava Mitzvahs Chamorod, when it explains that your mitzvahs are very wide. And this is the concept of the revelation beyond hairs. That is beyond the concept of letters. Very much because of and look at about this idea of something that's beyond letters. But and concerning Pesach, when it says that he waved his hand over the river, so Perek Beis, in the concept I will show you wonders. The Kriyas Yam says is the concept of a revelation of the hidden, of Sovev, the Alma Diskasya, that the you have a concept of the letters of speech and the letters of thought, and so you're revealing beyond the letters. With the concept I will show you wonders, I will show you specifically in the concept of sight, which is higher than the concept of hearing and listening, which happens through letters. And this is the concept of how great is your goodness that you've hidden, or this hidden light, that you can see with it from one end of the world to the other. Therefore, this is the concept of to remove the hair. That's the first letters of how great is the goodness. That is to say, will come the revelation from the concept of the skull, or the Keser of Arich, which is higher, which refers to an idea of a revelation that's higher than the hairs. And this is the concept of the light, of the shining light. That refers to the light that was created and on the first day. So that's Orach Tzadikim, which is this part in the Golgotha. It's like this light of the first day, because this hidden light is the light that's higher than hairs. That's like the Golgotha, and that's a revelation higher than Tzimtzum. And this is what it means, that the righteous person will sprout like a palm tree. Sofitevos Kireach. It's the end letters are a shaven spot, Bechinas Kimarit Rosha, which also refers to this idea of pulling out the hairs. So the tzaddik also has this idea of that he gets this level. Kini tzaddik Bechinas Tov. The concept of tzaddik is the concept of Tov, of Yisod. Shemikasher Hashefa Mashpila Makabel, that he connects the flow from the giver to the receiver. That's the concept of Yisod. And this is the concept of how many good things from the omnipresent to us. Tesvav Pamim Tov Neged Tesvav Yisodos. So there's 15 of them, 15 in good things in Dayenu, corresponding with 15 Yisods. Shibechamisha Partzufei Hatzilos, that are in the 5 Partzufim of Hatzilos. You have 15 Yisods. Mishnas Chasidim, like it's brought in the Mishnas Chasidim. I guess there's 3 episodes of each. 3 times 5 is 15. Seder Leil Pesach, Ish Perek Yud Beis, that it brings there in the Mishnas Chasidim. Zelashono, and this is what it says: Kama milos mochin, how many good things, how many milos, that refers to mochin. Tovos, Yisodos, and Tovos, that refers to the different Yisodos in the Krayim B'Shem Tov, the Dab of Ima. They're called good, the good of the mother and the father. So you have the mochin, milos, Tovos, the mochin that are of Yisod. And since on Yom Tov, Netzachot Yisod of Ima are the main thing, Hem Tovos Lashon Nekeva. Therefore, they're good in the feminine, Tovos. Because the main concept is the mother, not the father, Ima, not Abba, like on Shabbos. The main thing is Abba, but on Yom Tov it's Ima. Below Tovim Lashon Zachar, and it says Tovos, and not Tovim for the feminine. The Makom Shenech Nasim Bizah, Kaima Milos Tovos, the Makom. So the meaning to say that they go into the Makom, into Zeranpin, so which is euphemistically called the Makom. Aleinu, upon us, Mimenu Baim Aleinu, and from it comes to us, Dainu, Mispar Yisod. The Dayenu is the same gematria as Yisod. So this is all a concept of that we get the flow from Yisod. Maybe it's Das Tiferes Yisod or something like that. The Chamisha Asar and the 15 Dayenu Hem Kemispa Yudke, that's like the number Yudke Shem Abba Ve'ima, that's like the mother and the father. Shemhem Ba'im Amochim, which comes from that comes the Mochin Vumis Partes Vavisodos, and that's the number of 15 Yisods. Shebechamisha Partsufim Datzilos that are in the 15, then the 5 Partsufim of Atzilos. B'chol Yisod Yishpo Chitzon V'Mtzayu Pnimi, that each Yisod has external, middle, and an internal. Shefa Ba Mikulam, and the divine flow comes from all of them. Therefore, you have this 15 Yisodos in the 5 Partsufim, and so forth. The B'chitzonim and Pnimi of each one of the 5. So the 3 times 5 is 15, which also corresponds with the Yudke of the Abba Ve'ima, which are revealing their Yisod from Nehi of Ima into Zerampin, Aleinu into us.